Today I'm going to share with you how I apply the nail foils that I purchased from Dollar Nail Art, and also a few little tips and tricks that I've learned from others that I'm going to share with you. Maybe you haven't seen their video, and just in case you've ordered or own these and don't really know how to use them, I'm going to share with you how I use them, and this is going to be how to do it with the full coverage. And I like them like that, but I haven't really tried them any other way. The foil that I'm going to be using today is called Leopard, and it looks like that. And it's just a really pretty leopard print foil. That's really cool. And some of the foils on the back side have brown, like a weird like brown cover on the back, and you can remove that with some acetone nail polish remover with a Q-tip, and supposedly it makes it last longer on your nails. I don't know, I did that and the foil still only lasted about 2 days, but you can always try that. But this one I don't think needs that because it's got a silver backing on it. Also, on my nails, I always apply a base coat, and because sometimes the foil doesn't completely cover the nail, like in spots it'd be kind of weird and splotchy, you may want to paint your nails like I have, a similar color of the foil that you're going to use. And the nail polish that I'm wearing right now is 2 coats of LA Colors Gold Digger, and it's just a gold nail polish. So it's similar, but I probably should have used this one. It's China Gold from LA Colors, and yeah, so I probably should have used that one, but too late now. It's already dried and everything. And you also want a top coat that's not going to dry very fast. The faster it dries seems to stress it out a little bit more and makes the foil crack more, in my opinion and my experience. So I use the Beauty Secrets Hardener, and it's a high gloss top coat, and I've used other top coats with it, and this one seems to, it doesn't stress out as much when you apply this top coat. So I'm using the Beauty Secrets stuff. Also, you'll need whatever foil adhesive you're going to use, which this one came with the foils that I ordered, which most of you probably are using this one as well. And 1 Q-tip, and you'll see why in a minute. And you'll also want to cut strips of your foil. And where my nails are short right now, I just take like 1 piece and it does like 2 nails. So I'm using half of the foil right now because my nails are short. So I'm going to cut me some strips up and come back. I cut about 6 pieces just because the thumbs tend to need a piece all their own, opposed to the other fingers. I can get away with using both ends of the foil, and I don't really like waste, so that's why I'm doing it like this. I've seen most people just like waste a whole strip of foil when they could have just flipped it around and did another nail with it. So that's what I'm doing. Even though it's really cheap, I don't like to waste. So next what you want to do is get your foil glue ready, and I'm going to show you on a couple fingers. So first I will do my pointer finger here, and you apply the glue over the entire area. Applied polish. I like to go around the top with it as well. And it's like a milky color. If you watch a lot of people apply foils and stuff here on YouTube, you'll know it's just a milky color, and it will dry clear, and you don't need to be touching on it to make sure it's clear. A lot of people's time variations are different. Like, a lot of people will leave theirs 5 minutes and it works for them. What I found that mine works, maybe it's because I live in a different area than them, or, you know, the altitude and all that's different. I don't know, but about 2 minutes and I'm ready to go. And mine applies really nicely after like 2 minutes. So I would say give it 2 to 3 minutes anywhere, and depending on how thick you apply it, you don't want it too thick, but depending on how thick you applied it, you wait anywhere from 2 to 5 minutes for it to completely dry, so then you can start foiling. Okay. Now that the glue is dry, I'm going to take the piece of foil that I want to go there, and I just first immediately, like, I want to make sure it's not creasing in the middle anywheres, because once you get creasing, then it won't apply there. So you get it on. Here's where your Q-tip comes in handy, and you just press it down first. Forgot to mention that. I like to press it down, and I rub the Q-tip over the foil on the nail, and as you can probably see right now, it's already coming up. And like I said, like 2 minutes seems to be like the golden number for me to wait for the glue to dry, because almost immediately when it gets stuck on there, the entire thing just automatically sticks. So but it may be different for you. So there's the foil with the entire piece there gone. Only a couple spots at the very tip didn't take, but that's okay. The nail polish covered that little boo-boo up. So you want to go ahead and start on another nail. A lot of people like to do this multiple nails at one time. You can do that, but if you're just starting, I would say do maybe one at a time, because the glue will dry. And I found that if you have to layer your glue, it doesn't work very good. About 2.5 minutes have passed now. For the middle finger, I've chosen a new piece of foil because the other one is going to fit on this pointer finger. See what I'm saying? So we're going to pick that up and place it on the nail, press, and then take your Q-tip and make sure it's going to adhere, just pressing it all down all over the nail. And it's already ready to come up. Okay. And if you get some that kind of sticks to your skin a little, that's okay, because you can just remove it with nail polish remover. And that's another thing. These are actually really easy to remove. You just remove it with regular nail polish remover. There's nothing special to remove it or anything. That's just very simple and easy. And you can leave them like this without a top coat, but I'm going to apply a top coat. And like I said, any top coat that you choose to use will make it stress out, more than likely. If you found one that doesn't, let me know. And then it will just go back to almost its natural state. It does mess with the pattern a little, but I try to do as little strokes as I can over it. Make sure to get your free edge in there. And you won't be able to see it, but it has started to crack. And then once the nail polish dries, it will relax a little and more likely not completely go to its natural state of what it looked like before, but you're still going to get that nice foil effect. This will just give you a little bit longer wear, even if it's one more day wear. Because if you don't seal it in and you're doing all kinds of household things, it's not going to last at all. And even with sealing it in, it won't last very long. That's the downside to foils. I also want to mention, if you don't like the spots that are like, and they won't be very noticeable. You know, it's if you wear a nail polish underneath it that is similar in color, it won't be very noticeable. But if it bothers you a lot, you can take your foil quickly after you've done it and press, you know, and get some more of the foil on there to cover the little boo-boo up, if you do care. I don't really mind it so much because I have the polish like it underneath, and it's not very noticeable. So I've already finished the entire set of foils on my nails. They look really good. And also want to mention this particular foil, the leopard one, actually almost regressed completely to its natural state with the top coat on it. After it relaxed, with the top coat drying and everything on top of it, it almost completely went back to its natural state and how it looks. So that's really, really neat. And once again, the top coat I used was the Beauty Secrets hardener one. And I really like this one, and it's thick and it gives me a really nice shine, and I just love it for that. And it comes in 2 different size bottles, and this is the biggest bubble bottle they have, and it's like $6, but it's worth it, and I'm sure you can get a discount with your Sally's card if you have one. But that's what this looks like. Hope you enjoyed this how to apply foils and tips and tricks, and thank you guys for watching.